Welcome everybody to race 20 of 25 here in the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series, coming to you from Kentucky for 40 laps. Point leader Kyle Busch starts outside pole. Highest starter for the subscribers is Jose in P20. We were pretty decent in practice, and then qualifying we just got eaten alive, and then made a couple little changes. So I'm hoping they pay out and we could get a good run in. We do run better on the long run in the truck series, so I'm thinking if I can't move up, probably between like 15 to 20, depending on where we're at, I might be able to start moving through the field. But with only being 40 laps and only being able to make moves, if that is the case by the midpoint, a win is pretty much out the door. But we're not really running for a championship in trucks, obviously. I mean, come in here 16th. Let me see, how far back? 203 points out of the lead. So we've had a little bit of a rough stint here. We spun at New Hampshire, Cup and truck, when we almost ran over Logano, and then on the final lap I just got loose under Kurt Busch. I'm going to give Pappas plenty of room. We spun him out at the first Kentucky race and didn't get a caution, so his night was pretty much shot. I might just ride and stay back here, let the tires wear out a little bit on their trucks, and then make my attack with better tires. Because I'm pretty sure anyway that the AI doesn't know how to save tires. They just give it everything they got every lap. That actually isn't a half bad idea. I think in the long run I might make up more ground than if I was trying to push it now. But we'll see. Right now we're not much faster than even Jeffrey Earnhardt. We couldn't even catch him on that on that front straightaway. And we're not even gonna get within passing range down the back here. But with them being all double fouled and everything, I gotta also be careful of them checking up. Because, yeah, Joey, I believe, if I remember correctly, he checked up in New Hampshire. We tapped him in the bumper in the middle of the turn. Granted, trucks are different physics, but I think we've had that same type of incident in trucks before, so the plan is just be patient and smart. Yeah, I'm not even going to get to chase Mattioli's back bumper quarter panel there. I mean, I probably could have sent it underneath him, but so I wouldn't push up, I'd have to let off a decent amount. Let's see. Kyle Busch is in the lead, looking for win number 6 on the season. Unbelievable. He's pulled out to a 77-point lead, so I mean, we'll be crowning a champ, I think, in the truck series if he can get to 80 by race 24. We might be crowning him the champ 2 races before the end of the season. And if Donnie and some other guys have some bad runs, we could be crowning him by the 3 to go point in the season. Got a run on BP and now Matthew Erickson. Red Kusa all the way up to the outside there, it looks like. 3 wide for a second. It would have been too much for the spotter to call that out, though. I thought BP was going to go in between me and Red, so I checked up a little bit more in case we went 3 wide. I wouldn't drift up. Just kind of taking my time. I'm not really pushing the truck as hard as I could. Well, at least that's how I feel. Ran a 33.2 though at some point, so we're going at least at a decent speed. Cup Series, on the other hand, we are going for a championship, but yeah, with us being at Kentucky in trucks, we won't be running back-to-back Dover, because Dover's where the Cup Series will be at this race, or for the next race. I'm looking forward to the truck race at Vegas, though. Feels like it's been forever since I've been back at Vegas, where Brad Keselowski just, yeah, I still don't understand how that happened. A driver I literally made contact with a little bit earlier in the race, and then it just, it felt like, I think I might have said at the time, it felt like NASCAR Thunder, what was it, 04, where the rival mode came out. Might have been 03. But I mean, they would literally, if you were like, just say you were rim riding on the outside, if you had a 100 rival, like it was 100% rival, I remember they would literally leave the bottom of the track and come all the way up to the wall just to slam into you. It was ridiculous. They could have been in first place trying to lap you, and they would do it. It was just, it was comically funny at that point. Like, comically stupid is what I should have said. Slid right up in front of Jordan there. I thought I was a little bit farther ahead of him than I really was. So thankfully, we had enough momentum. Lap 11, going on lap 12. We're starting to make some moves. Kyle's leading over Donnie, who's the second points driver. Gotta slow up. Don't like being in the middle. Red Kusin out of my inside. I'm so glad I race with the steering wheel. On a keyboard, I'll never be able to do that. I remember playing NASCAR 4 with a keyboard back in the day. I would try to do a season, and by the end of like a Rockingham race, I'm pretty sure it was NASCAR 4 had Rockingham. Yeah, because this came out in 03, so yeah, it would have Rockingham, and then I think it was Las Vegas after that. But after those races, I would just quit. I couldn't handle not having a wheel. Being a keyboard warrior just didn't work in that game for me. I have a ton of respect for the keyboard racers. I think Fidanza is a keyboard driver, and he's unbelievable how smooth he is. And then I know on Reddit there's a driver who runs controller, and he has like the little controller icon, and he highlights what button he's hitting. I don't know if that's I don't know how he does that one. I don't know if there's like a program that you can have do that, or if he just does it himself, but either way, it's pretty cool looking. I wish there was a way I could get a throttle and brake indicator so you guys could see something else too. Like, I could run like a replay, a third full replay, and maybe like trim the clip down to show throttle, gear, and brake input. It would be a lot of extra recorded, but I mean, it is something I'm willing to do if I could figure it out, because I'm always just trying to make my content, you know, as best as I possibly can. I know this season, not a lot's changed from last season, graphically and just the way I edit. I kind of got, I guess, a little bit lazy. I think it's just because I knew how many races. Brad Keselowski moment. Voice crack, in case you missed that earlier in the season or don't understand the reference. Wow, he just got wrecked. I have Bears-Bengals preseason on. Dolphins play at 7 tonight, so I'm looking forward to watching them. I mean, it's only preseason, but got to get an idea of who the good players are for my work fantasy group this season. I didn't have such a good season last year. I won my league, I think it was in 2019. And then my buddy Dave, he's like my best friend. He, next to you, Kristen. But, yeah, he won back-to-back. I think he was the first one in our league to do that. But then, yeah, kind of fell off a cliff the last season. But the running joke in our work league was I win one, Dave wins two, and then I'll win one. So, but I forget who won. I think Mario won it last season. None of them watch the channel, so they wouldn't be able to tell me. And I know that's one fact I don't think Sez would be able to give me an answer on. But fantasy football aside, let's focus on the race here. Running 43rd. 18 laps in. In the next couple laps, though, I expect that we might be able to move up a little bit. And just as I say that, we start to make a pass here on BP in the Tide ride. Just as a reminder, because I mean, now that I'm back here and I'm seeing some of y'all, don't forget, race 25 will be a preview of the 2012 season. I am probably going to have to take a little bit of extra time off, though, in between the seasons, just because there's a lot going on. And if you know me at this point, I do not like having breaks mid-season. I like to play them straight through, so that way there's no waiting on the viewer's end. Like, I personally don't mind it, and like channels that do that, like, I think it's a nice way to build up suspense, but y'all have gotten used to me doing it this way for now 2 and some odd years, so I'd like to try to keep it in that, at that schedule. Moved into 41st with 20 to go. Kyle Busch is leading over Brendan Gaughan, Justin Johnson, Donnie, and then James Busher. Big run on Pappas. I was hoping I'd be fast enough, but just time it right to where I could just slide under him on the exit without having a lift or anything like that. With as wide as this track is, I feel like you could get so much more speed if you actually went up to the wall, but they don't even go close to it. I forget how we ran in the, or how we finished in the first race here. But if I recall, it wasn't so hot.
Clear all around, all clear. Outside. Clear all around, all clear.
I hate to think of it this way, but I feel like the reason I ran so well in the 08 season was because we were running CTS physics with the Car of Tomorrow. And I feel like that's why I was able to get some of those wins, because long run I had the pace, which kind of makes me feel like my Coke 600 that season was a little bit invalid, but that's why I've struggled ever since. I have considered going back to 2 times wear, at least in the Cup Series, because I kind of do miss that element. Whew. Worried I was about to have another Joey Logano incident there where I give him a nudge and spin out like that we did at New Hampshire in the Cup race. I know I mentioned it a little bit ago, but man, we really could use a good run at Dover, because we've had just horrible luck in the chase. I don't think we had any. Have we had any back-to-back like 30th place finishes? It always came, the past 2 races in the Cup Series, it always came from somebody in front of me getting into the back of them that just screwed my race. New Hampshire, it was Logano, and then I lost it under Kurt Busch trying to make up some spots on fresh tires because we had that caution come out for Blaney literally right after, like a matter of a couple laps after I had gone a lap down. So we were not going to get anything better than a 20th. So I, you know, put freshies, and yeah, it didn't work out for us. And then Truex from the middle upper lane, decided to pit rather than go from the low side. It reminds me of that chase race, and I know Sez will know which race I'm talking about and be able to post it in the comments. Which, by the way, says I apologize. I've been terrible about checking emails and stuff. There's just so much going on. But when I think it was Yaley, I want to say, I'm going to test myself here. I think it was Yaley in 05, maybe 06. Came from the high side and came across the track as he was pitting, and Mark Martin got tangled up in it. I think he hit Mark Martin in the right rear and sent him like head on into the wall.
Clear all around, all clear.
I just remember Martin was pissed.
Stay low. Clear.
And ultimately it was part of why he wasn't able to win the championship, if I recall.
Loud side. Still out there.
I had to tap the brake a little bit, try to stay off of
Still out there.
Brad Stover. But yeah, we were past halfway, and I'm starting to make up some spots here. It's up to 35th, I believe. Oh, 34th. We passed 2 trucks that lap. Didn't realize that. We should be able to get max cost down the back straightaway here. If I was feeling really brave, I would try going under Jordan there.
Clear all around, all clear. 33, 649.
Not much of a run off of 4. In 33rd though. Identical time between Cost and Johnson there. 0.17 seconds. I don't think I've seen that before. Good run down the front straightaway. Can I get Mattioli this lap? I might be able to get him this lap.
Still there. Stay low.
Try to break into the top 30. Gonna try to get some draft off of Farvetti.
Outside.
On the brakes.
Still out there.
Oh, we got him.
Clear.
I definitely was moving up into his lane. That'd be 31st. Yep. That outside lane is not a lane I want to try. I think we're close enough that I could go underneath Lance here and he'll give me some room.
Outside. Still out there. Still there.
He's doing a good job though, holding me off.
Stay low. You're doing good here. Take it now. 33, 6, 5, 1. Still out there.
We will clear him now.
Clear.
Be 7 to go this time by. Right on the bumper of Michael Farvetti there. But I don't want to go to the outside.
33, 582.
But since I wasn't able to go past him on the inside, I figured I might as well just start on a high entry. He's going to go up behind Jeffrey, so I'm going to try to get to his inside here.
Outside. Stay low.
I think we're 3 wide. Yeah, we're 3 wide.
Outside.
So I got to try to stay low.
Stay low.
Alright, I see Earnhardt in my mirror, so we've cleared him.
2, 7. Stay low.
That 3 wide party brought up Lance as we catch Jaden here. I'll take a top 25 if that's all I can get. I think that's better than we ran last time here. Who's in the front of this pack? It looks like Sarah from the stand-ins. Kyle Busch, though, crazy good this race. Crazy good this season. I had to check up a couple times to make sure I didn't catch the back bumper of Jaden. That's what I was trying to do, was get to his quarter panel center of the corner or off the corner. To get underneath him to make the pass. It seems like it's been the best opportunity for me to pass. Should get a good run on Johanna Long. I don't think we're gonna get to passing though. Had to get on the brakes to avoid running her over. Couldn't get to the inside. Seemed like she cut down.
Still there. Still there.
Holy crap, are we actually making a move on the outside? Dude. I should have tried that sooner. Had I known I could go to the outside at this point to make passes, I could have passed so many trucks so much easier. And I figure that now as we're going to 2 to go. 2 spots that should put me 25th. I do not think, who's ahead of me? 11, so that's Tom Hilfiger. He's a second and a half with 2 to go. I don't, maybe I might catch him. Kind of doubt that though. I'd have to gain 7/10 on him. Well, 7.5. And then I'd have to still pass him. But with the outside being available, well, I made up a decent amount of time. I'm probably within 6/10. Let's see if I'm right as we hit the white flag. 7.75. I made up what I needed to. You're riding on board with the leaders, so you can't see what's happening with me. But you'll see us as we cross the line, very close to the wall and exit. I might get James Robert here. Oh, Robert cuts down in front of me. Oh, I'm to his inside. It's going to be a drag race. I think I'll get him. I think I'll get him. I think I'll get him. I did not. He beat me by 0.01. Congrats, James. So it was actually a close finish for the lead. It was 0.06. Ryan C. in second. Kyle Busch wins, though. Ryan C., Donnie Neunenberger, Brendan Gong, Miguel Paludo, Matt Crafton, Justin Johnson, Justin Marks, Joey Colter, a lot of J's, Ricky Carmichael, Nelson Piquet, James Busher, Jason White, more J's, Timothy Peter and Ron Hornaday for page 1 here. Looking at page 2, it's TJ Bell, Travis Quapple, Parker Kligerman, Philip Torres, I think he's the highest sub, yeah. And then Elliot Sadler, Jose Gonzalez, Nico, Tom, James, myself, Johanna Long, Sarah, Jeffrey, Jaden, and then Lance. And on our final page here, we got Max, Jordan, Matthew, Michael, Joshua, Brad, Chase, Jennifer, William, BP, Max Pappas, David Starr. Oh wow, Red Kusa's out. He was out with a valve issue, it looks like. So well, that's gonna do it. We got Dover coming up, so hopefully we can get our chase back on track there. With that being said, thank you all for the love and support through likes, comments, subscriptions, etc. And until next time, everybody, I hope you all have a good one.